I did that again. March 17th.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day in America. Ireland, actually in Europe too. In the Western world, it's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's? St. Patrick's Day, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big drinking day.
Oh.
Irish, it's an Irish, St. Patrick was Irish priest. And in Ireland they drink a lot. And before Corona, this is a big holiday in America, in Europe, but in America itself, it's a big drinking day. It's a funny holiday. It's not like Christmas or anything. This is a drink so much you can't walk anymore. So it's today, but now because of Corona, we can't do that. That's for sure. My neighborhood, New York. Once again, New York had a lot of Irish people. A tremendous amount of Irish people in my neighborhood, actually. So it was a very popular day. Any questions about GC's on? Realistically, the girls, they want you to go and try it. All I'm saying, go 1-2 classes. If you don't like it, fine. You know what I mean? But just try it. It's like when we're cooking.
Yep.
Like, when you're French cooking, most of you guys really don't like it. Why? What's French cooking? Taste. Once again, we're talking about taste. Are you all Western cooking majors? All Western?
Yeah.
Way chic? You know what do you think? Right, yeah. So, what do you think? French cooking, what do you think?
French cooking is the France.
Francione.
Base.
What do you think? We're talking about Korean cooking with garlic, onions, French cooking, give me 5 items. I want you to think about this about every country. Because almost every country, you get 5 items will make the country style food. Really. So it's French cooking. Give me some items.
French cooking.
When you think francione, what do you think?
Vegetable.
Vegetables? I think meat. It's gogi based. That's for sure. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, vegetables of course, but it's really gogi based. I think Korean cooking is vegetable based. Really. I mean, if you make like muguk or shreiguk, or you got a little gogi in there, a lot more vegetables. So meat based. What else?
Bread.
Prawns. Butter.
Apple.
Yeah, there's a lot of butter. What else? Cream. Sand cream. All right. What else?
Flour.
Flour? Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's definitely roux and things like that. Yeah, for sure. Cheeses.
Cheese.
Right? Basically what is all that? It's really yukihara. It really, and when I teach French cooking and we do chicha French cooking, and the students don't generally like it. You really don't like it. That gogi part, yeah. But the cream sauces, butter sauces, it's a little oily for you guys. You guys are just not used to it. But once again, like I said with GC's on, try once. In class, we make something, try it. Just try. Some students, you gotta try it. You think about the first time I had doenjang jjigae. My first time. You can imagine what I was like, oh, what is this? I like it now. I like cheonggukjeong actually. I like that more than doenjang. Because to me, cheonggukjeong tastes like cheese. Blue cheese, Arao? Gorgonzola?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the cheonggukjeong to me tastes same family flavor. So I like it. I like it a lot. So it's interesting. When I first came to Korea, my first meal was bolsam and kalguksu. And both of those, I was like, what is it? Boiled pork and a lot of bigay. You guys, oh, bigay, good. I'm looking at it like, ugh, I don't like it. We don't eat it that much. And kalguksu, what's the difference in kalguksu as opposed to Western noodles? Because you guys made spaghetti, I'm sure, at home or. We wash the starch, jambon out. Kalguksu, you keep the jambon in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's when I taste it, it's like this is starchy. It's a jambon taste. I don't like that. We all have the Italian cooking. We think of Italian cooking. When you think Italy, what do you think? Pastas.
Pasta.
Tomato? Come on, guys. Tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
What else?
Cream.
Yeah, cream. In Korea, like carbonara, very popular here. I mean, every place, if they have spaghetti, tomato sauce, they have carbonara. That's for sure. Very popular here. So yeah, we'll put that in here. What else? Cheese, obviously. But two other items that are in Italian cooking that not in French cooking. Well, yeah, not as much.
Spice.
Wine in all Western cooking, but that's a good point. Wine is a good point. Or sul, yangju, brandy, whiskey, yeah, but potoju, wine, yeah, that's a good one. But Italian cooking, usually a lot of garlic. For Western cooking, a lot, that's for sure. And mostly gochu. France, German, English, no gochu. Italy, Spain, a little. So, and when we're in class too, we have, even now, I like garlic. I add a lot of garlic in our food. Even we're doing Italian or Western, even French cooking. I add a lot of garlic. But I guys have to say, you go to a Western restaurant, how you see so little. It's amazing. I think back, I wish I had a digital camera when I was your age, working in a kitchen. Garlic, you take like such little amounts. Here, oof, oof. That's another interesting thing. You go to Sam Gupsel's place, right? What do they give you? You know, you sit down at Sam Gupsel's place, pancha, what's always there? Sangmal. Raw garlic. You guys will take it, you dip it and eat it. I don't know any other cuisine that eats that way. I don't know any other. Gochu, yeah, a lot of places you go, but garlic, only I think in Korea you will eat it sang, just slice, dip, and eat. It's amazing. I do it now, but when I first got here, I was going, oh, it's too much. My tastes have changed, totally. I went back, now about 6 years ago. I cooked for my brothers. I have two older brothers in New York, and they have family, nieces, nephews. So I made Korean food. I made damchang jjigae, panchan, of course bulgogi, because everybody likes bulgogi. Anybody from nobody's from Daegu, huh? Daegu has good bulgogi. Down here, it's too sweet. It's very, very sweet down here, bulgogi. Up at Daegu, it's a little sweet, but they usually use like pear. Pear, Korean name. Pear. Bay. Bay, pear. Wild fruit, pear. Bay. Yeah. They use that a lot in their bulgogi, which is nice. See, Hangumal Himbaleo. No, it is. Pear. In Korean name? What do you call ship?
Name is same.
Yeah. What do you call this?
Bear.
Yeah. Yeah, right? So everybody says, oh, Korean, very, very English. And nobody says English easy. I know it's not. Even for native speakers, sometimes it's not easy. Rules change and stuff like that. But Korea itself has its, bay, the same spelling, same sound. So it's difficult too. So don't think about that. Getting back to GC zone once again. Please just try it.
Yes.
Please just try it. This, like I said, she made a mistake. You can see this missing a column here. this was up on the garbage pile. I saw it, I go, why not? Just something for you guys to look at. You guys now, as freshman students, take advantage. Grab everything you can. Learn now. Learn now. That's what you need to be doing. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12? 20.
I'm 20 years old.
20, yeah. Nobody went to Army yet, right?
Yeah.
When Army?
We are in university.
Yeah. But when do you go to Army? 1 year from now?
1 year ago, I go Army.
Yeah, you go in 1 year. Well, most of you guys would go back in 1 year. I tell you honestly, Army good. You guys, oh yeah, you guys come back much different. Now you're like, I go, oh, Chunso, and you guys like, and after Army time, Chunso, okay, done. It's you're very, very true. Army good training for you guys, and try to get in the kitchen. Kitchen in the Army, you learn a lot there, an awful lot. You feed many, many, many people. So Army's not a bad thing. Don't look at it as a bad thing. It's a pretty good thing. Girls should go. No, they should. In 1 year. They should go 1 year. You know, it's anything. Police officer, things like that. Kitchen. Maybe not this, but other things, yeah. You should. Because these guys come back, you guys are gone. It's that. Okay, so let me put up a recipe. Why did that move? What's it say? Something about margin? Something?
I'm not good at computer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, you guys got it. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Okay. We'll start there. This one's gonna be like, but now you have your first notebook. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of recipes, and a lot of recipes are going to be, if things are in dark letters, those are going to be keywords. Mirepoix. Well, once again, I'll explain. But I'm saying, when you see any of my recipes, and you see dark words, those are going to be keywords. They're going to be important. We'll use a lot in class. So copy this down. That better? I don't know if you guys can read that. If you take my classes,
Yeah.
like all my classes, we'll be making chicken stock so much because it's very important in Western cooking. It's used almost in every soup. Most soups are made with chicken stock. In Western cooking, do veal. Veal, I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard word. Songaji? Yeah. In Korea, upside, you don't see it, but in Western cooking in America all the time, veal and chicken stock, so, or what you call white stocks. There's two types of stocks.
Yes.
With cooking students, high school cooking students. So, stock, I don't know.
Yes.
I hope so. It's not, so two types of stock, what? No, the white stock, brown stock. Yeah, fish stock is a white stock, right? Chicken stock is a white stock. Beef is usually brown stock,
Yes.
right? Yeah. But this is, you guys have been in high school, you learned this. I know you did. You maybe forget. And the guys that have not cooked in high school, right? It's all new for them. Once again, we have to help each other because you guys are ahead. Some of the high schools you guys go to are very, very good. I've had students from cooking high schools, very, very high level on these basics. So once again, if you have a question, please ask. Well, ask these guys. They kind of know. This is all going to be the first couple weeks, very, very basic. Once again, Mirepoix, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, right, you guys know. Mirepoix is carrots, celery, and onions.
Yes.
50, 25, 25.
Yes.
Okay? Chicken bones. You know the term concousé? Cooking soups, concousé. You went to cooking in high school?
No.
Okay. You be quiet.
So.
You be quiet. You know, cooking high school kids, concousé. Tomato.
콩카세.
Yeah, concousé. Yeah. Yeah. But really, it really anything rough chop is concousé. So Mirepoix is concousé. It's no tomato in it. In Korea, you guys have like chateau potato. Chateau potato, 알아요? Chateau potato. Gamchasan. Yeah, that's really tournée. Chateau is cooking style. Hey, you can speak up. You can. Once again, what it helps too is that if you remember, you can tell them, and information spread like internet here. You know what I mean? I want you guys to help each other. Okay. This really doesn't change. Every kitchen I work in, this always seems to change. What does change sachet de spice. Sachet de spice. Sachet means bag. Pongji. And this means spices. It's in French. Once again, it's not really English class, it's French class. We speak a lot of French. Right? I'll teach you French. You want to learn French? Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français? Oui? Non? Comment ça va? How are you? Comment ça va? Très bien? Great? Yeah, we can teach in many languages. So sachet de spice, once again, keywords. These dark words are very, very important. Someone got a pen? So, did anybody got extra pens? I don't. You'll get lost. Trust me, this is the day one, you know, with the notes. What we can do in the kitchen, next week you're going to be doing this. And I'm not going to really talk about it. I'm going to say, make some chicken stock. And you're going to say, okay. Because we're talking, that's twice on, so really. Hello? Okay, two each means 2 leaves.
Yes.
Bay leaf. Parsley stems. Stem, what? Korean word.
줄기.
Julgi. Very good. Very good, guys. Julgi. You don't use the green part, the leaf, the it part. Why? Change color. Make stock green. We don't want green stock. We want a clear stock. Peppercorns.
후추.
한국말.
후추.
통후추. 통후추. We're not going to use the garu. We'll put that in there. 2 each. Once again, the each means individual. Garlic crushed.
Crush.
Just broken. Yeah, just not chopped. Just broken. And sprig. Thyme, 알아요?
Yeah.
Fresh thyme. And that's the other thing in school. We try to use fresh all the time. Fresh basil, oregano, that kind of try to do that. Dry stuff is really. So spaghetti sauce, make tomato sauce. Dry is fine because you cook very, very long time. But a sprig is the julgi hago leaves. It. That's what a sprig would be. Okay. This should be dark. These guys are missing.
Yes.
Right, these 3.
Yes.
And maybe no more.
Yeah.
Maybe no more. I know after today, Chinchimore Alpo. I know a lot of English today. I'm sorry about that, but once again, this is very important on you guys. Once again, keywords. Rinse. To wash, right? To wash. Combine.
Mix.
What's the difference between mix and combine? Same thing? Mixing is, combining is, putting together. So once again, we're not mixing anything, we're just putting the bones and the stock together, water together. Bring the stock to a boil. Boil? Boom. boom, 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 boom. Just about 1 minute. Why? Why do you think just 1 minute boiled?
First 1 minute, yes, at the bone,
Kill bacteria. Kill bacteria. After that, simmer. Slow simmer. Reduce. Reduce has actually Western cooking. You got many meanings. Jodi da to Jodi da down is to reduce. But what we're talking about is bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat. In other words, the flame. Reduce the flame down, and then a slow simmer. And simmer is just bogle, 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 right? For slow simmer. Skim as needed. Skim is you take the gedem off, the pee, the blood, anything that's up on top, right? Simmer for 3 hours. Once again, 3 hours, right? Add the mirepoix sachet of spice for 1 more hour. So a total of 4 hours of cooking, right? Strain. Strainer. English, Korean name. Che. Yeah, che. Strain and then cool. So 4 hours cooking time. What does that say to you?
how to make basic.
Basic, right. The key word. Basic chicken stock. 4 hours. What does that equal? What does that mean? Yeah. It's on the rug. What does that mean?
To make basic.
Yeah, we're making just basic chicken stock. We're not making a sauce yet. We're not making a stock. We're not making a soup or anything. 4 hours cooking time. What does that say? Go home today.
Yeah.
Take shower. 4 hours. What your mother be banging on? Get out of there! Get out of that shower! 4 hours. What does that mean? What's a chef's job? Make money. 4 hours. Cooking time. There's a lot of gas, a lot of gedem. Right? Bogle bogle for 4 hours. I say take a shower for 4 hours. Your parents be banging on the door, tell you get out of there. We're just making a stock.
Make a high level stock. To make a high level stock.
Just to make basic chicken stock is itself a lot of money. Once again, you guys I want you to understand very, very clearly, in a restaurant, it's hard to make money. It's hard to make money. What's the difference between, say, samgyetang and chicken stock? Samgyetang, 알아요?
Yes.
Now, not talking about the chop sal, or mano, or daechu, or about cooking time. What's the big difference? How do you make samgyetang? Or galbitang? Or goreomtang? What's the difference?
No different.
There's one big difference, really. I'm not talking about gogi or yache or anything like that. I'm talking about this. goreomtang 알아요?
Yes.
How do you make it?
First, reduce the heat to a similar and simmer for 3 hours.
But when you're making like gochujang or samgyetang or anything like that, you boil.
Yeah.
Korean cooking is boiling. Everything's boiled very, very, very hard. Actually, what color? Korean stock, what?
White.
White. Why is white? Because when you're boiling, the gidim and the water become one. So once again, the first time I had sonentang, to me it tastes like pong pong. It tastes like soap. Because we take out the oil. So simmering is a very, very key point here. We want a clear stock. So that's really, really an extremely key point. Mirepoix, what's mirepoix? Mirepoix what? Carrots, celery, onions.
Yes.
Onions 50, 25, 25. I mean, it's not really crazy hard or anything like that. Why not put that here? Why don't we put it up here? Why don't we just take the mirepoix saturated spice and put it up there? I mean, there's a reason. Everything has reason. Why not cook the mirepoix for 3 hours? If we put it all together, we don't need this 1 hour now out. If we put this up here, we don't need this. So only 3 hours. Chef's job, make money. 1 hour saving. Why not? What happens to a carrot? Tangun, carrot. You cook for 3 hours. What happens?
Carrot is easy to flake.
Yeah. What color stock? Orange. Orange stock. We don't want that. So once again, when I give you a recipe, there's a reason step 1, step 2, step 3. There really is. Maybe sometimes you don't understand why. And when we get into more advanced cooking, there's steps like with sauteing. There's these steps that we follow. And you do in Korean cooking too, right? I mean, stock, what's a Korean? Dashima kumul. How do you make that? Korean stock. Dashima kumul. Dashima hago mulachi hago sometimes mu. Right?
Radish.
What else? Sometimes a little seiwu. You know, it's once again, at that point it can change. But the idea really, I think at least, mulachi, mu, and dashima.
Yeah.
So that's a basic one, right? You make a good basic dashima kumul, you make a good soup. You don't have a good basic soup, stock, you don't have a good sauce. You don't have a good thing. So that's one thing. It maybe seem very simple, and like I said, in my class, we make chicken stocks a lot. What's the difference between chicken stock and beef stock? Cooking students, what's the difference? Besides beef and chicken?
Chicken stock is called a white soup, and cow from cows.
You can make a white beef stock though. You can make a white beef stock. Not very popular. It's really not used that much, but you can make it. What's the big difference? We're not talking beef and cow and not browning, but what's the big difference?
Time?
Cooking time, yeah. These guys should know that beef stock is like about 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Once again, that's a long time. And if you make brown stock, there's 2 hours in the oven. So that's already almost 8 to 10 hours cooking time. So boys, that beef stock, and we will make beef stocks. But once again, the basic stock doesn't really change. Time does. Fish stock, right? He said fish stock. How long cook fish stock for? If you think about bone size, fish bone very small. Fish stock, 15 minutes. Chicken, 4 hours. Beef, 6 to 8 hours. Bigger bone, long time. That's all. It's pretty, it is simple. It's not very complex. Mirepoix changes with fish stock, but that's about it. This sachet to spice, pretty standard. One thing you'll see, if you go like the internet, you look up, you'll see rosemary.
Yes.
That's very, very common in chicken stock. I don't use that because I like rosemary, don't get me wrong, but it's very strong flavor. So if you make a soup, a rosemary soup, it doesn't, sauce, yeah, but it doesn't, to me, doesn't work. I like a very simple stock. We can always add rosemary if we're making a sauce, but in soup, not a very common flavor. If you're in another kitchen, here or anyplace else, and the chef says, add rosemary, what do you say? Yes, chef. Every place has different recipes. Even in school, you'll see that. I try to keep a standard Western style recipe, very simple style. Right, that. But some chefs, you know, if you go to a hotel and things like that, they say, oh, they say put rosemary in. You say, yes, chef. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that. Any questions? lose my voice again. Any questions? Next time we cook, we're gonna do, when we get in the kitchen, we're gonna make chicken stock.
Yeah.
We're gonna start. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Why? Why? .4 hours. So when we meet, next time we meet, we'll meet here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our recipes. We go up there, we make stock as fast as possible. Really, as fast as possible. And I'll show you this class. If you saw the video, you saw how to clean the chicken. And once again, I'll do that again. I'll show you how to clean the chicken. We use the gogi for the crepes. The casa we'll use for sandwiches. The next class, when we do lunches, we'll save the stock. We need just a little stock for the crepes. But we use most of the stock for soups. What's that? Out of a chicken, one chicken, we could get close to 3 classes out of one chicken. What does that mean? Use everything we have. The restaurants, you save all the mirepoix. You know, nothing's really in the garbage. Problem here, like today we're going to go upstairs, cut some moo. Western cooking, we do not use moo. We don't use it for anything at all, except the little red ones. You know the little red ones? Radish?
Yes.
Yeah. But the big, what's a big moo name English? We don't have an English name. We use a Japanese name. Daikon. We call it, moo, we call daikon because we don't have an English name for it. Same thing with pogo basak. Japanese name. Shiitake. In English we call it shiitake. Pangi basak. Enoki. Enoki. We use the Japanese name because we don't have it. Kimchi in English. Kimchi. Yeah, we don't have it. Dubu. English name for dubu. Tofu. Yeah, we use the Chinese word because we don't have an English word for it. Right? So once again, cooking's like that. You guys have to really think. You got to think globally. Globally, really. You think of Italian food, right? What do you think? We were already talking about this. Italian food, what do you think? Number one thing in almost all Italian cooking, what? Tomato. Where tomato hometown?
New York. New York.
No, not New York.
France.
Close, New York closer than France. Central America, Mexico, Panama, Guatemala. That's where tomato from. So before 1600, no tomato in Europe. What else from America? America meaning America, Mexico, South America. What else come from there? 옥수수, Gamcha, Gogoma, Tambay, cocoa, chocolate, vanilla, a lot of corn, Hobart. So many things came from that area that we think without that food, even kimchi, gochu comes from that area. So Joseon period kimchi, gochu 없습니다. Gochu is really fusion food. Before that, it was all Beck kimchi. Before that, like German style, it was like that. Before gochu, and that's only in the 1600s. How did gochu get to Korea? Who brought gochu to Korea? Hometown, Central America. How here?
Exchange the food.
Yeah, through exchange. Portuguese, Portugal, Saddam, priest, they brought, but with who? When? Imjinweron. Imjinweron 알아요?
Yeah.
That's when gochu came to Korea first time. So it's only 1600s. Not kimchi, what we eat kimchi now is pretty new. Korea very old. Korea very old culture. Right? So food always changing. A lot of changes in it. Okay, let's see what time it is. Oh, it's later. Okay. Lunch. Okay, normally, and these guys know already, you guys, normally we don't have lunch periods in my class. Break time, you want to go to the bathroom, go out. If you're going to have a cigarette, go out, that type of thing. But in class, generally we work all the way through. But you need a break, that's fine. Sometimes after lecture, we have a break. But when we're usually in the kitchen, we start work and we finish work. Okay, so that's, but today because we're cutting moo, which is not too exciting and not much to eat, I want you guys to go take an hour break, go have lunch.
Yes.
There's a bop place up here by the library.
Yes.
I don't know if you know, it's cheap and good. And you go anywhere. Meet upstairs. Um, 1 o'clock. Okay, you stay with me. We'll bring the food up. He's very sleepy. Okay. Bring what you need. Bring your knives and uniforms upstairs. We'll meet upstairs. 1 o'clock. Bye, guys.